Welcome to Fred Achando Analysis, ladies and gentlemen. Kindly subscribe to our channel if you are watching for the first time. Click the notification bell and like our videos. There is a lot of tension in Kenya. The Kenya Kwanza team and the Azimio team have heightened their political temperatures and there is a lot of uncertainty. We don't know what next. Raila Amolo Odinga has led the Azimio team to say that they don't recognize the legitimacy of President William Samoei Ruto. And he has gone beyond the borders to announce to the whole world that William Ruto rigged elections. William Ruto is not taking this very kindly and is trying to do everything within his reach to show Raila Amolo Odinga that he is the man with the sword, he is the commander-in-chief of all the armed forces. And just yesterday, the country was treated to very many political theatrics. The Kenyatta family had some security scare because they had the part of their security was scaled down in a move that very many leaders have condemned as a political witch hunt. But the powers that be have come out to explain that this is a very normal exercise that happens every day. With this, ladies and gentlemen, the Ruto and Gachagua team have decided to call for a prayer rally. They have decided to call for a national prayer rally on 12th of February. Rigathi Gachagua, while speaking at the Harambee Annex, announced that on 12th of February, they are inviting all Kenyans to come for a national prayer rally that is going to be led by President William Ruto and a number of the clergy that they have invited. I must appreciate the fact that when things are tough, we have to turn to God. As a nation, we believe that we are where we are because God has sustained us. But I'm very, very skeptical about the prayer rallies that William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua are inviting Kenyans to attend. I'm saying this because I have seen them before when they organize for the interdenominational prayers, and what happens within those prayers are not prayers, they are rallies that are organized to speak about politics. And I want to ask you, will you attend this national prayer rally? And if you won't, tell me the reason. If you will, tell me the reason. Personally, from where I sit, the reason why I'm very skeptical about these rallies is because of what has happened before. I want us to discuss why they have decided to call for these rallies now. Whenever there is uncertainty in the country, William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua have always decided to call for prayer rallies so that they can explain themselves. And so in the wake of all that happened in the last 2 weeks, they have decided to converge in a place so that they can explain themselves. And number one, these prayer rallies have been organized because William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua want to test and show the whole world that they also have supporters who can come for their rallies, because they don't want it to look like it is a political rally. People will condemn them that instead of working to realize their political campaign pledges, they are campaigning. So they have decided that they do it in a manner that will convince Kenyans that they are really praying. But in real sense, they want to see the number of people who will throng their campaign rallies, their prayer rallies, so that they can also show Raila that they have the people. Recently, Raila called for a rally in Kamkunji and in Jacaranda, and it was full. So I think some of the advisors are telling William Ruto to call for a rally like this, but under the guise of prayers, to show Raila that he is also a man of the people. They also want to justify their legitimacy because Raila Odinga is saying that they don't recognize President Ruto. And so William Ruto wants to show him that even though you don't recognize me, there are a number of UDA and Kenya Kwanza supporters who recognize me, who can come whenever I call for a rally. So it is a counteractive rally to the rallies that the Azimio have been organizing Moving forward, as we have said that they are now going to Kibra, Machakos, they will be organizing these rallies moving forward. And I believe William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua will also be organizing for interdenominational prayers as they have done before. So the country is going to be treated to a very early campaign. It will be a very early campaign mode, and 2027 is here with us. I wonder when we will get time to realize our dreams as a country. I wonder when we are going to get time to implement all that we promised the Kenyan nation. Now, they are also going to explain why they scaled down the security of the Kenyatta family. And part of this, they are going to explain that there are insecurity in several parts of the country, including West Pokot, but one family has been given a lot more than enough GSU to secure their families, to secure their businesses, and they are going to explain to Kenyans that this is the reason why they had to take some of the security officers to deploy to offer security to the ordinary mwananchi, because when they scaled down the security of the security details of Mama Ngina and that of the former president Uhuru Kenyatta, their move was met with a lot of condemnation from Kenyans who felt that this is a political machination and a political witch hunt. So they want a forum where they feel they can be heard, and they will be telling the people that they did it in good faith because they want to offer security to the ordinary mwananchi and not the dynasty, as they have always called. They will also be talking about the tax evasion. They have accused the first family, the Kenyatta family, of evading tax. I don't think they will be explaining that there is a law that was placed in 1963 that exempted some of these families from paying taxes. Instead, they will be demonizing this family for not paying taxes while other Kenyans are paying. I have seen them insisting that Uhuru Kenyatta should go and sit down with them so that they can backdate all the taxes that they have not been paying from 1963, something that goes beyond, something that goes against the constitution, because if there is anything that was being done under the law, if there is a law that exempted this family from paying taxes, what we need to do as a Kenyan family is to repeal that section if we don't want it, so that everyone can start paying taxes, and the family should start paying from the day we repeal this section, not from the days of 1960 something. That will be very, very unfair. We are a country that is governed by the law. This rally is also going to be a platform for condemning Azimio rallies. Already you've had even several bishops saying that Raila Odinga should accept the presidency and the legitimacy of William Ruto and give him time to fix the economy, because William Ruto has always hidden behind the economy whenever Azimio is asking questions, and I saw several clergy telling Raila that he should accept and move on. This accept and move on is a rallying call that is very dangerous for our country. Raila is saying that we should open the server so that we can know the truth. William Ruto is saying that we are done with the server thing. Let us fix our economy. Let us move on. So they are going to take this opportunity to condemn the rallies. Already, I saw somewhere that Tumbi is alleging that he knows of a meeting, a clandestine meeting that took place where people like Matiang'i, Raila, Uhuru Kenyatta, all those people were there, and they decided in that meeting that they want to paralyze the operations of the government. I wonder how government's operation can be paralyzed, not unless they are illegitimate. Because if there is a legitimate government, people will not allow the opposition to interfere. People will condemn. But if you see a majority accepting the call from the opposition, then it means something is wrong. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I don't believe that this is going to be a national prayer rally. It is a Kenya Kwanza campaign rally that is concealed behind prayers. They have done this before. Every Sunday, whenever I see and listen to our Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, they keep on telling us what they underwent before what they went through, the persecutions that they went through in the previous regime. and I believe that this is exactly what is going to be replicated in these rallies. Now, the last one, William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua and all the Kenya Kwanza team have been going to these prayer rallies, but I don't see any change in them. I personally believe, because we are taught in church, that at the heart of Christianity lies reconciliation and forgiveness. Now, the church has failed to play their part to reconcile the opposition and the Kenya Kwanza team. What they have done is that they have taken sides and they are telling Raila off to stop interfering with William Ruto. We saw it in Bomas when several bishops presided over a very controversial declaration of the presidential results. William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua have not forgiven their enemies. I believe that when you go to these churches, you should now change so that you exercise magnanimity to allow you to forgive those who wronged you so that you can work with them. But what is happening in the country is very different. They are looking for someone to revenge, someone who mistreated them in the previous regime. So there is no need of going for these prayers if it is not changing them. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what you think, but that is my take.